This is Go With Us, and this is everything you really need to know this week in Pokemon Go from Monday the 22nd of September all the way until the 29th. Let's get straight into our calendar, and as we know, every Monday morning at 9 a.m. you will be able to get your Adventure Sync rewards. If you walk 5 kilometers in that week, you're going to get 20 Pokeballs. If you walk 25 kilometers, you're going to get those 20 Pokeballs plus an additional 10 Great Balls, as well as one 5-kilometer egg if you do have an egg slot open. If you walk 50 kilometers, you will get 20 Pokeballs, 20 Great Balls, an additional 5 Ultra Balls, 1500 Stardust, as well as a 10-kilometer egg if you do have an egg slot open. And if you do walk 100 kilometers, you're going to get all those rewards plus an additional 15,000 Stardust. Then back to our calendar, you can see the only other thing happening on Monday the 22nd, and it's an important one, is going to be Max Monday for Chansey from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. It's important to mention that Chansey is one of the best defenders and healers in the entirety of Pokemon Go right now. If you have a look at its defense stat as well as its stamina stat, you can see that this Pokemon is incredibly bulky, but more importantly, it has half a second fast move, which is going to be Pound. The reason why this is so important is that while this Pokemon is taking a lot of damage and healing other Pokemon on the field, it's going to be really charging up that Dynamax meter as fast as possible because it's a half a second fast move. Very important to get Chansey. It is an S-tier Pokemon as a healer as well as a defender in the Dynamax phases. Then if we move on to Tuesday the 23rd, there's a couple of things happening on Tuesday. Let's start off with raids. It looks like Dialga will be returning from raids from the 23rd all the way until the 7th of October. This Dialga is still a brilliant Pokemon to use, even though the origin form is slightly better, which we will show you in a little bit. As a steel type attacker, it's currently in the 11th spot with Metal Claw and Iron Head. As a dragon type attacker, it's breaking into the top 30 with Dragon Breath and Draco Meteor, but in the Master League right now, it's still ranked 23rd. Because of that steel and dragon typing, this Pokemon can still serve you incredibly well. Then if we have a look at Mega Raids, it looks like they're doubling up for 2 Pokemon each month, and leaving Mega Raids on the 23rd is going to be Mega Latios and Mega Latias, and coming in on the 23rd is going to be Mega Kangaskhan as well as Mega Lopunny. But on Mega Lopunny side, if we have a look at its base stats very quickly, 4234 max CP, an attack of 282, which is very strong, a defense of 214, and a stamina of 163. A very glassy Pokemon, but it's going to hit very hard. But as a fighting type attacker, because Mega Lopunny takes on a normal and fighting typing with double kick and focus blast, it is currently in the top 20 fighting type attackers in the entire game. And remember, with these Mega Pokemon as well, as soon as you get them to Mega level 3, remember that you will be able to accumulate normal candy as well as fighting candy with that XL candy, which is a huge bonus. Try and raid these Pokemon and get the Mega energy as well. And staying on raids, if we just glance to the weekend very quickly, please have a look at Shadow Regigigas, which is going to be spawning in the month of August in your Shadow 5-star raids. Try and get a good Shadow Regigigas because it's actually one of the hardest hitting Pokemon in the entirety of the game, even though it is a normal type, but with certain movesets it can hit very hard. Then back to our calendar, also starting at 10 a.m. on Tuesday is going to be the completely normal event. This is going to be the release of Dudunsparce, which is going to be the new Pokemon Go debut. Bear in mind that Dudunsparce will also have a shiny boost during this event. If you guys weren't aware, Dudunsparce actually has 2 forms, a 2-segment form as well as a 3-segment form. There is a 1 in 100 chance that Dunsparce evolving into Dudunsparce is going to be the 3-segment form, very similar to how it is for Tandemaus going into a family of 3 Mousehole. That's also going to be a 1 in 100 chance. But because there is going to be a shiny boost, you could be one of the only people in the world to get a shiny 3-segment Dudunsparce, an extremely rare Pokemon as of right now. The event bonuses are going to be 2 times catch candy for catching Pokemon as well as 2 times XP for evolving Pokemon. Please remember to focus on the famous 6 in your bag. Caterpie, Wurmple, Weedle, Wishmer, Pidove, and Pidgey. These Pokemon only take 12 candy per evolution, which means if you try and pop a lucky egg for 1 hour, you will be able to get up to about 700,000 XP just spamming these evolutions on a lucky egg, because you're going to get 4,000 XP per evolution. Do not sleep on that bonus, especially if you're trying to push to level 50. The other thing is that Ditto will be spawning more frequently in the wild during this event, and it's going to come in different disguises. So have a look out for that O. If it does appear on your screen, you know that's going to be a Ditto in disguise. In the wild, you will see Sentret, Dunsparce, Baneri, and you will see Audino in there too. Please bear in mind to pop a star piece, as Audino grants you 2,100 Stardust per catch. It is the highest yielding Stardust Pokemon in the entire game, and with star piece and weather boost, you could get almost up to 4,000 Stardust per catch, which is absolutely insane. And it doesn't end there. On Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. that night is going to be the Spotlight Hour for Hoothoot. Hoothoot going into Noctowl, unfortunately in the Go Battle League right now, isn't ranked that well. It's currently got a rank of 387 as of recording this video, and the optimal IV set you want there is going to be a 114-15, but please let me just tell you, This Pokemon has been so useful to use in the past in the Go Battle League. A very reliable Pokemon because it's quite bulky. Right now it's not very good, but just a meta shift or next season it could be very good. Try and pick up a good one. And more than that, because we're in the middle of the XP celebration event right now, please remember to try and pop a lucky egg, because every excellent throw on Hoothoot, which is actually a very easy excellent throw, is going to grant you 4,000 XP per catch. Another great opportunity to try and chip away at that level 50 if you do want it. What you could do as well is pop your mystery box or your coin bag to have Meltan or Gimme Ghoul spawn, so you can get double the candy for those Pokemon, because if you do get a hundo, it's a great opportunity to farm that candy to try and get as much as you can to level them up to level 50 going into Goldengo as well as Melmetal. Completely Normal will be running all the way until the 27th, but if we just glance at our calendar and if we look at Wednesday, the only real thing to spot on this Wednesday is going to be the raid hour of Origin Dialga on the 24th from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. Remember, there is a chance that Roar of Time could be on Origin Dialga, which means you can use it as an adventure effect, but it's a very powerful to move to use as a raid attacker. And speaking of raid attacking, let's just have a look at Origin Dialga's stats. Max CP of 4624, which is insane, an attack of 270, defense of 225, and a stamina of 205. Extremely good Pokemon with that Steel and Dragon typing. As a Steel type attacker, it's currently in the 9th spot with Metal Claw and Roar of Time, funny enough, even as a Dragon type move. And even as a Dragon type attacker, it's still in the 13th spot with Dragon Breath and Roar of Time as well. An extremely versatile Pokemon, and even in the Master League, it is breaking into the top 10. More than that, because we're in the middle of Completely Normal, every single raid you complete, you will get double the candy, because that candy bonus is going to carry over. You definitely want to get candy for this Pokemon, because you are going to be using the adventure effect, which does pause the items for 6 minutes at a time. Extremely useful at the right time. Please raid this Pokemon. It's going to serve you extremely well in many different ways. Straight back to our calendar, and as you can see, it's not the last event of the week. This week is actually very good, very underrated in our opinion. You can see that our new Mega coming to Pokemon Go, and it's our Mega debut for Mega Camerupt. It's going to have its own raid day, where the bonuses there are going to be 5 free raid passes per day, just like it was for other raid days. If you want to buy the ticket for a total cost of $5, you're going to get an additional 8 free raid passes, so you'll be able to do about 14 of these. To be honest, we're going to do a full event guide of this Pokemon to see how good it really is, but just to take you through its stats and rankings very quickly. Unfortunately, because this Pokemon is a ground and fire type Mega Pokemon, as a ground type attacker, it's barely breaking into the top 50, and even as a fire type attacker, it's not even making the top 50. With a ticket, with a lucky egg running, you're going to be getting about 36,000 XP per raid. That is one big pull of the day. They're really throwing XP at us to try and get to level 50 if we really want it. Please do not forget to collect your stamps every single day for your research breakthrough box. The main reward Pokemon coming from that is going to be Alakazam with 100% CP of 1310. Aggron will be in there, and like Alakazam, both of them are Mega Pokemon that can serve you well in certain cases. That Hundo CP is going to be 1285. Morpeko will be in there at 832. Dreepy is going to be in there at 328. Very rare Pokemon. Frigibax returns from last season at 534 CP. And last we have Sinistea in there, which cannot be shiny. That 100% CP is going to be 488. Please bear in mind though that this Sinistea can be the antique form Sinistea, which has a 1 in 100 chance. If you want to check that, please just appraise it from your team leader, and she or he will be able to tell you. And last but not least, we have to mention this on Sunday. Remember, trade Sundays are a big thing, because they are going to reward you an additional candy as well as an additional XL candy for the season of transformation. Please try and do it for something like Origin Dialga. If you try and trade both that have Roar of Time each, you could get that lucky hundo, which is going to be tremendously good in your Pokemon Go journey. Guys, that is everything you really need to know. If you want to check out Completely Normal, how to get Ditto, how to get the shiny Dudunsparce, everything you really need to know about that event, we're going to leave it as our end screen. Love you guys. Go with us. These episodes you are really enjoying. Appreciate the journey. We wish we could show you the stats. We are growing literally by the week, and we're going to keep growing with you guys. Appreciate your support. You know what to do. Love you guys. Go with us, and we'll catch you in the next one, baby. Shh.